combos just win so many different lanes depending on what you pick. So it's kind of just a carry threat. It's pretty good at laning, just covers a lot of bases.
I'm surprised none of the analysts picked Mirana as potential most popular here as well. She was the second most picked at PvP esports.
Yeah, cause definitely see her being there for sure.
I feel like she's in every game today.
Feels like it, doesn't it?
Yeah. Not good enough to ban first phase, but definitely picked in first phase constantly. Just flexible, honestly.
Yeah.
She's a lot of good laning partners too. Like she can enable a lot of heroes. Like even like Mirana Earthshaker kind of a deal where it's like you can get away with certain heroes because, as you were pointing out, like the way that she can just set up with arrows and create kills from heroes that maybe aren't generally considered kill threats.
Is she easily counterable in the current meta?
No. You have to pick Slark and lose.
Or like Bloodseeker or something. Bloodseeker's pretty good against her, but you don't. She's not like so important to counter that you pick Bloodseeker. That's more of like a Weaver thing.
Once again, lose our TA, and then PL we taken it too.
It's interesting that NiP have taken the TA out, but they haven't picked the laner this time.
Could just be again EVOS, just like that idea of like, yeah, we don't really want to give them one of these like good snowballing, good. Templar Assassin is a hero that I would call like a good direction hero because she's very formulaic, where she wants to stomp her lane. And then she takes Roche and she's stacking Ancients and she farms Ancients and she gives your team very simple direction of just like, okay guys, I have a Blink Dagger and a Desolator like every Templar Assassin has for the past 7 years. Let's just go start pushing.
The Cheese Car has been banned out by NiP. Sorry, the Husker. I got it right the first time. NiP have banned out the Husker.
Fada's mad after last game. He's like, guys, look, I didn't appreciate all this diving. Can we just like make sure the mid lane's gonna be nice and easy this time? Thank you very much. Just remove Huskar and TA.
Just take him out. Like you don't want to have to play against that and lose a lane harder than you need. It's just a lot safer.
He's also someone who can actually like shut down a Tiny. Not many people that can actually stop Tiny from doing whatever he wants and take away some of that flexibility of like maybe you want to send your Tiny mid.
You know, I've seen the cameraman zoom in on a lot of glasses. I think he genuinely wears glasses and is just curious what brands that the players wear. It's like, is this going to improve my game? Will this make me a better
these guys make millions. I wonder why.
See, here's another one. He's trying to. Oh, there we go. Focusing on the brand.
Focus. Oh, I can check those other glasses instead.
You got ace now. You need to
get back.
check out Fada's. He's trying his best.
And there's the Ogre. The most popular hero still left in as we move into the second phase. Just so good. I think Ogre's like this hero that you don't care if you have double melee supports. He's not really a melee because he can just like get so close and still get his stun off.
That's Ogre.
It's no
I like
dude, highest rating, yo, let's go.
I really like the Pango prediction though. Like Pango against like Ogre, Lina, and Undyne, like just balling through those guys, it's a huge pain in the butt. Those are heroes that do not want to be stunned and want to be moving during team fights.
Yeah, that's true. Especially Undying. Every second that you're disabled is just like such a waste on that hero.
No Wyvern so far. I've seen a Wyvern in this series, I don't think.
That's a good one to point out. And there she goes.
There we go.
The hero of the current patch, I would say. She's the only 5 that you can reliably like win a team fight, even when you're down. There's no other support that can really do that.
This comes up a lot, by the way. Sorry to cut across your train.
No, please.
Abaddon, Lycan, I feel like SAP just want someone to play one of these 3 heroes.
SAP has been screaming about Lycan every game.
Don't you know?
Did you know this would be a great Lycan game? And then it's the other team. Did you know it's a... every time, Lycan is there.
I'm not so sure about the Pudge one. I guess Pudge versus Wyvern. I don't know if that's what it's considering. Just like anyone tries to get cold embraced, T-ball, easy hook.
And it's with Undyne again. Like it predicted the same thing last game. It just thinks the pairing is solid, I guess. Keep them alive and then hook to safety or hook out of position and drop 2.
Do you know what I'm really interested in though, Kevin? It's whether the teams watch this back, because normally they watch the in-game stuff.
I guarantee you they don't watch the VODs unless they're.
But I wonder if they will now. They go, oh, we should have taken an Abaddon. Oh. And then tomorrow we're just seeing like Abaddon every game.
The only reason anyone would watch the VOD is for watching chat. That's it.
They like it when they won because they like watching the hype moments from casters too. I've definitely heard that from players.
Whoa, what is that? That's like a flying Weaver that just landed on Trent's hand.
It's okay, he's gone now.
That?
See you, dude.
Don't like it. The same.
What a classic moment. That was like, what was that? And it's like, I was like, oh, where did he land?
It just flew in and landed on your hand. I was like, oh.
You're like watching it fly around you, and I see it land on your hand.
I'm not even kidding you. It looked like a mini Weaver.
Oh, Well,
maybe I've just played too much Dota.
Don't worry, I banned him, so
Whew.
he's gone now.
He's gone. All right, he's been banned out by Trent. That's good. Not banned out in this game, by the way.
No, he is.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah, now I see him. It was easier when it was on your hand. He was closer.
That's true.
You're the one that needs to no glasses friends, Paul.
I think it right.
This is where you take quite a while here. It looks like for all EVOS, they want to see it. All right, who are we revealing? Who are we hiding? What role do you guys want to give away? And what do we want to keep flexible? You'd assume you want to keep the mid flexible, and I told you that's what you do. You pick Slark and you lose. That's how you counter Mirana.
That's what we were saying earlier.
So when you leap and you're leashed by the Slark, you can't get away. So that's at least part of the logic there.
Okay.
But they already have one ground target in the Avalanche, and then a second technically with the Wyvern Curse 2. So Shadow Dance is looking a little...
Have they considered liking it?
Yes, but...
Pretty good, apparently.
Pretty good here.
I still like the Pango recommendation. I think that one's good.
You like the Pango?
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. It's like if you're getting ran through and get stunned in the team fight multiple times, you do tons of AoE damage that hits him regardless.
Hey, you mentioned a
I
hero.
haven't seen much.
Bloodseeker.
Bloodseeker, yeah, it's in the other game.
Yeah.
And it was picked into the Lina Morph Wyvern combo over there, so...
It could work with Wyvern setup. I mean, Wyvern ulti is great for arrow setups, but...
Void is the other classic that's actually kind of okay here, too. They don't have any good chrono saves.
Unless they pick Pudge.
Unless they pick Pudge. It knew all along.
See, it was ahead of us. Yeah. It was already countering the counters.
The problem is that the cooldown is just, it's so long, and they have enough like range disables with like Lina and Ogre that I feel like it's just not going to be that useful for a while. Or until Mirana gets lots of damage to benefit from it.
Another AM game.
Okay, Slark is literally useless at killing anti-mage.
Yeah. Well, he can deal with the Mirana, but that's it.
Yep.
I just want to quickly update you, for those of you following the groups, as you should be, to figure out where teams finish. Asta have won that game against Virtus Pro. It was a very narrow win after 55 minutes. So Asta have taken the opening point. Finished 33-33 in kills in that game as well.
That puts them undefeated.
It does
three
make
matches.
They're currently undefeated. They do have another game against Virtus Pro in that particular group, though. But it's a great start by the Chinese team. The Chinese all-star team, as many have been telling me.
I believe there's a rumor the Chinese like to call them the Tea Masters instead. It's like their little joke thing is called Tea Masters instead of Team Master.
Yes.
You know how they are.
Yes.
They like the
Chinese memes, best memes.
Yeah. It's
China #1 memes.
Can't compete. Especially since we lost Jack. I mean, then it was just over. No
hope. I miss Jack. Like, I want Jack.
It's okay,
back.
he's here.
I know,
we had breakfast,
on here.
we chilled.
On here.
I know, but you can say hi to him at least.
Yeah.
Maybe his team will lose in groups.
Yeah, then we get
hey, we might get him. No, that's a bad thing.
You want
to say,
$20 to come on the panel?
Yeah, well.
As long as he takes my slot, sure.
The other game, by the way, which is over on stream. See, right now is Complexity versus Forward Gaming. Complexity are winning by 1-0 in that one, and I can tell you right now that they are behind in game number 2. That's 18 minutes on the board. They're 8k down as we await the last 2 picks.
I'm so glad I'm not drafting for EVOS right now.
This is tough, isn't it? I mean, okay, look, we've come up with a solution to deal with the Mirana. Also, you've picked an anti-mage.
I will say, NiP just gave them like a shockingly long time. Okay, they'll instantly pick after using all the reserve time. So they just go right into the Enigma.
Yeah. Let's see what's suggested for EVOS. I'm interested. What's gonna get picked up here? Let's have a look. See, Baden, Pudge, and really? All right.
So is Bloodseeker for the last ban for Ninjas and Pajamas? For
it's Bloodseeker for last pick.
It's funny.
Last ban.
Yeah. Sorry, yes, last ban for NiP. Yes.
The one that you guys can't see. Yeah. Interesting.
You can see.
No, like
only Trent can see.
Stream viewers.
Yeah, only Trent can see. Well, let's go with the Pudge then, right? Or the Ember.
Okay. I mean,
Ember I am.
I kind of like it because it's difficult to gank. NiP doesn't have a lot of... They have like some like arrow setup stuff, but outside of that, they don't have very reliable disable stuff on him. He can interrupt and lock down anti-mage. He doesn't really kill anti-mage well because he's like all magic damage, but maybe it'll do something interesting. I'm not a fan.
And our pressure lane into an anti-mage, maybe with the Ogre, maybe with the Undying, I guess they'll probably send him down there. How much can they
Would
slow
you
him down
like
this
some
time?
straws to clutch at? I think I
Yeah.
have some around.
Yeah.
It's
I don't know
looking
what it
pretty
does.
rough, isn't it, still?
I felt weird. It's supposed to be a lichen or a pudge.
No.
Ah, okay, here. Thank you. I need a little bit of assistance here.
Here's the synergistic view,
Yeah.
as it were. 40% synergy on NiP, 0 synergy for EVOS's lineup right now.
What about
although plenty
Bloodlust?
of threat.
I'm very curious to see what the cores are for EVOS. Are they going to try and use like an Ogre core in combination with the Lina, and then like just pile a bunch of damage on him in the laning phase? That looks like it must be the plan, and then they secure the Slark with the Undying.
But it's like it's all magic harass against the anti-mage anyways. Like
Well, I mean, in lane at least, it's the magic's still pretty effective there.
until he gets level 2, then it's like done. Feels weird.
Do you know what? I'm just going to let these two carry on kind of figuring it out. Because this
sounds
one's a tough one. But we'll come back to them after this game instead. Let's head over to your commentary team. Kyle and Holy Pixel waiting for you to bring you the final game of the day.
Thank you very much, Red Eye. Yes, game 2 now coming up between NiP and EVOS. And we're seeing some new hit. We've got a Slark coming through from the boys on EVOS. They look to try and make that one work. And also, so far, looking at what the players are taking, it is indeed just the power sort of touch, but it's going to be a core Ogre Magi. We're going to see Avil playing on it, of course, I believe the Beastmaster in the last game. NiP, though, they're coming in once more. They're saying, Ace, you did well game 1. We're going to let you do it again game 2. They get that anti-mage into the draft. As the panel said, this is a hero that down the line, Slark's not going to have a lot of fun against.
Yep. After they saw his Beastmaster performance, they're like, you know what? We're going to give him the two-headed monster, the Ogre Magi. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's good. It's good. I think that Tree and Ogre are those two heroes that can very easily become offlaners, even though they're traditionally cores. And this Ember Slark reminds me of, dare I say, like the C deck, the Wings, TI 5 and 6.
They were pretty good teams.
Yeah, you have this.
Did right with it.
Yeah, you have this support Lina, support Visage type hero, tons of lockdown with an Ember and a Slark to provide the reach. It's not an easy game for them to win, but they're at least in a position now where if they get ahead of the early game, take that advantage into the mid game, they can really just dominate the map. They didn't have any real reach or ability to find kills in the previous game. Now they have Ember Slark. It's a night and day difference.
Let's have a look, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ourselves into this one. Game 2 of NiP versus EVOS. In a match where already we saw EVOS certainly struggle against the anti-mage. I mean, sort of looking at the draft as a whole, do you feel that they have a better chance of dealing with the anti-mage, or would you say it's actually going to be a little bit harder this game?
I think it's gonna, they have a real stun, at least. They have Ember, Lina, Ogre, like, until Manta, it's very easy for them to take out an anti-mage, and Ember specifically has got to go off. Very difficult to deal with him once he has Manta. And it's also a BKB game for the AM. When he gets those two items, it's near impossible to take him down with the EVOS lineup. They don't have that hard lockdown.
I'm talking about BKB games as well, of course, the Enigma as well. Once he gets it, nothing to cancel the black hole this game from EVOS's lineup through the BKB.
It's a very good point. It's one of the reasons I've been super high on Enigma coming into this tournament. Said he'd be a game winner, and so far I feel like I've seen him just win games, and it's because you need to adjust the BKB, or it becomes this scary win condition, and if you do, he can always just change to more of that team fight, tempo-based play with like the HOD or the pipe, something like that.
We'll see how, what sort of lane matchups we're getting. So as we say, you know, with this core Ogre, he's going to head down bottom with the Lina, look to start to push some early game pressure onto the anti-mage, as they'll go straight in. With the stuns, getting some good few hits onto Ace. Pinch Blast will come out onto Vlychu, but a decent amount of damage done. Another Light Strike comes out onto PPD. Fire Blast as well, as the bullying certainly begins from Avil and Vlychu, but Ace Salvo comes back in and actually able to get the kill onto Avil, so a little unsuccessful with the aggression there, EVOS, as they give up first blood to NiP.
It's a lot unsuccessful. That's pretty devastating. They took way too much damage from creeps in the tower. That's like...
It's a rough start. It's a rough start, especially in this lane where you're taking these two down here to really sort of shut down Ace and just sort of allowing him to get involved with that first blood. Already PPD hits level 2. He's got the curse and he starts, just really bullying him back. I bet that's already the Arctic Burn, and Vlychu, just these constant Splinter Blasts coming out from PPD, keeping this Lina very, very low.
This is not... Oh no.
just if the lane couldn't get any worse. Ace gets a kill onto Vlaichu. I feel like this dual lane's already over.
Yeah, it is. You need to play this very differently if you're Lina Ogre. You want to ensure you don't trade auto attacks with AM. You want to kind of always have a little bit more pressure so that you can just stun lock him, hit him a bit, chill, pull creeps back, burn through his regen faster than your own. If you end up trading this many auto attacks, like, Ogre is out of mana. What's he now? He's a creep. There's no pressure on the AM anymore. Peter gets a free pull. Top lane, it's Enigma against the Slark. There's nothing he can really do in this lane. 10-6 versus 7-0.
It's going to be rough for the levels on Logic. How's the mid lane looking though? 14 for 4 against 10 for 2. So this is the lane that they can look towards. Facehugger getting a good opening, and then, you know, he's an Ember. Once he sort of gets the 6's first down in, we can potentially see him make these rotations across the map. But he's got to hope that he keeps himself out. No knife out mid. Fada. It's going to be fine. In fact, Facehugger, there's a leap available on Fada if he wants to go for it. He keeps the distance. Facehugger can't quite close the gap with the Flame Guard, but both the heroes will survive. Leap's going to be back up in a second if Fada wants to risk it and go back in after the Flame Guard finishes if the Ember doesn't start to heal up. But no, he's got the salve. He's able to regen up. So Facehugger will be fine, keeping himself good and strong in that middle lane.
It's such a hard Slark game, man. They picked 2 of the hardest counters in the game. It's one of the reasons we don't see this hero very often, let alone when there's 2 cores left for the other side to pick up.
Oh no, not again. Bottom lane, Ace gets another kill onto Vlaichu. Up top, Saxa's got the mango. One more punch on Whitemon would do it, but Saxa, he hesitated. Hesitated with the right click there, and that's actually going to be the Whitemon. He's got to be the one to take the kill out of the trade. Comes out on top, so nice bit of the gold going the way of Whitemon's Undying. Still bottom lane, Ace's farm continues. 2-0-1 on this anti-major, 4 minutes in lane. Bit of a dream scenario for Ace. As Avil and Vlaichu trying to do their best to deal with just PPD's Wyvern. His Facehugger, he'd love that regen rune, but of course Fada is not going to let him take it. Sleight of Fist as well misses. So Fada's going to get the full benefit out of that regen rune as well.
And well played as well, gets the leap into the Q just to continue harassing down Facehugger, who I believe, yeah, he went for the bottle, so he'll be okay. You're going to have anti-mage problems again. You're going to have Enigma problems. You have nothing, once again, to address these 2 cores.
I mean, we'll see again this replay. Could Saxo have got this? I feel like he hesitated on the right click, or was I wrong? Gets one in. He backs away.
Yeah,
if he stayed, he punched him. I think he would have punched him before the Decay was down. You don't think so?
No.
Ah, okay.
He attacks
just
deceptively slowly.
Yeah, I guess with the backswing and sort of into factor as well, yeah. Ace down bottom, comes across. Mana's already been burnt on Avil, so they went up for damage to actually get the kill, but they do manage to get themselves the bounty down bottom. But overall, EVOS also able to find 2, actually able to find 3 themselves, so EVOS getting 3 of the 4 bounty runes at the 5-minute mark, and you know, that will keep them level overall in net worth. They are only just less than 1k behind, so still keeping themselves pretty even across the map. And just sort of the fact that even is not going to cut it, as we saw last game. They were able to keep themselves on par, but it was with an anti-mage draft, and as we say, this game, an anti-mage draft is even more scary.
3-3 is 250 gold away from a Helm of the Dominator. It's 5 minutes in. Slark has a hard enough time playing against just Eidolons and a Tiny. You're going to throw in, what creeps he got? A Skeleton? They're going to kill this tower by 10 minutes.
We see 33 just playing incredibly aggressive. Saxa's there as well. Whitemon will come in. It's the 2 of them. They do have the Avalanche down. And Logic healed up by the Soul Rip. But TP coming in as well from the Lina to make sure the Saxa and 33 can't go any deeper. Turn towards Whitemon. He's got the Decay, so a lot of strength. Light Strike Array comes out onto the 2 of them. EVOS forcing back both Saxa and 33. Saxa turns with the toss. The bounce is there from the Logic, jumping in. Light Strike Array is not going to connect onto Saxa. Doesn't matter though. Dragon Slave finishes off the kill. They get Saxa.
Bear in mind, that's not a core Tiny. No. Look at how many resources they had to expend to teleport. All the mana on Lina almost. And that was only possible thanks to a miracle pounce from my logic as well. Bottom lane, just an out of mana Ogre. Suffering.
Not a lot this core Ogre can do in this sort of situation. Not to be too worried about dying, even when that level of mana void stairs. He has got a decent amount of HP to rely on. But in terms of actually slowing down Ace or causing any issues for the anti-mage, that's a bit of a different story. As he's going to struggle in that case. Mid lane, CS continues to be pretty even between Fada and Facehugger. Slight lead for Fada in terms of those extra denies. He's going to give him that sort of extra level, but Facehugger remnanting away as any sort of threat looks to come in from Fada's aggression.
Just feels like you're already in such a tough spot, EVOS. You need this Ember to just take over the game.
He's got to do something big.
He just desperately needs a rune, but he just hasn't been able to find one. They're doing a really good job. NiP, not always top rune.
This could be a good break for them as Ace blinks into this. Tries to use his TP to get out of it. Is not going to escape. Mana Void's not there in time, so hey, that's great. They kill the anti-mage, and he already used a TP, so he's going to have to make the walk back to lane. That's a good bit of time where they don't have to worry about that anti-mage farming.
But then you look up top, and this is a big issue for EVOS because once this tower dies, there's no real way to play against the Enigma, much like last game where the AM had a free game. Nothing can stand to an Enigma, especially if he hits level 6, and he's just going to live in this top area of the map, farm 3 of the dire jungle camps, and constantly pressure the lane. And where's Slark supposed to go?
Yeah, where does Slark go? I was just about to ask you that.
Home?
Where does he go?
Mid lane? I mean, he's just, this is a miserable Slark game. And
he's still not hit that level 6, and trying to farm this lane against a level 8 Mirana. It's not going to be a fun time. It's just trying to at least get that Shadow Dance online so he's got some sort of safety to rely on. Bottom lane, they're looking to collapse again. Good movement and control as they go on to Ace, change, Light Strikes down, and with the multicast Fire Blast, they'll get themselves the kill. So they are doing a good job of dealing with Ace, but as you say, this game there are certainly a lot of other issues that are going to arise. They can't keep control of those as well.
Nice juke from Peter, goes left. Expected him to go right. Oh, but they find him.
Fire Blast, lead in for Facehugger to come in. And indeed, so we talked about the importance of Ember getting stuff done, and we are starting to see the potential of Facehugger making these early moves. Top lane, Logi's got to be careful, does pounce away from the Avalanche.
They have Enigma ult too, so he does die if he gets caught there. Very, very close.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Regions are thinking about coming back in, but yeah, if Saxa catches him out with an avalanche from across the trees, he will suddenly be dead, or maybe an avalanche not even needed. 33 doesn't want to commit with the black hole though. A little bit worried that maybe there's a means to cancel it. But at the moment, Logic, he's purely on his own up top.
Really like this ward they've got at bottom as well. It sees the shrine, or well, underneath them rather. It just gives them so much control. Enigma Tiny can just play here indefinitely and shut down the Slark. Even though AM has died twice, it's still even between them.
A smoke movement here. 33 would be a lovely kill. He is top CS, top net worth, I would imagine, as well on this Enigma at the moment, as they do come a-hunting. It's this 10-minute runes that they're looking to fight around. NiP as well, ready to strike onto Whitemon, as Whitemon has been found by the rune. Does manage to actually take the bounty rune away from NiP before losing his life. Same time up top, they do get the catch onto 33, but now they could, well, losing Bloodchew here maybe, if they can get some good body blocks.
That's a big kill, because
they get that Enigma.
The Enigma's the real win condition for NiP, because when he hits BKB, that's the timing you really get afraid. The Anti-Mage you can deal with. You at least have some answers, but I'm very concerned with how they actually deal with 3-3's Enigma. They need to keep making plays like that happen. Ember is top net worth. I need him to stay there for the rest of the game if they're going to take it. And I hope desperately he's not going for this bots build that we've seen so popular.
There you go.
There we go. Yeah, he's got to go the Ana style. Treads, Maelstrom, maybe a Blink. Play active and be the strongest hero on map from now until victory. That's the way that EVOS takes the game. NiP, you just got to chill, keep playing 3 lanes, and try not to have any mishaps.
Yeah, he's going to
keep your cores
At the moment, he's got Treads, Maelstrom, and the Lincolns queued up. I mean, do you like? So obviously, we'll see if he does actually could go with that full commit long build. Is Lincoln's that good this game?
Lincoln's is fine if he's really ahead.
Okay.
I don't like it as and I don't expect him to keep it as Lincoln's unless he does have that critical advantage. You need like a 3K net worth.
Crazy.
It's a comfort item. They got the ward on top shrine as well. That's big. Makes it a lot more difficult for 3-3 to play aggressively in this top lane. Lina level 6, and again, they always have answers to the AM. And another thing about this Ogre in the bottom lane, he is strong enough to force Ace to just get out of this lane. Even though They might not have played the bottom lane optimally. It's nice that they can at least apply pressure and ensure Ace doesn't have another free game. Tomb goes down top.
One leading in. Fine time for the rest of the team to come through. He's taking a lot of damage from these Eidolons. Logic's there as well. 33 still with one zombie on him. So Whitemon is going to continue to hunt. 33 goes straight for the TP out. Obviously nothing Whitemon can do about that one. So NiP getting themselves out of that top lane.
Down bottom. Rana TP's in. Invis. They know it though. Lina was there to scout out. They also have a nice ward that saw the shrine. Good vision placed thus far by EVOS.
Still hanging around though, EVOS. Even though, as you say, they know that Fada is down here. Jump forward, arrow down as well as Flychu. He's just going to get bursted by the two of them. They knew that that was there. Maybe not expecting the Mirana to consistently stick around and look for the kill, but it cost them the life of Flychu.
Up top, Slark narrowly escaping as well. Ember's here. They need Ember to be involved. That's the key. I'd like to see Lina play the mid wave, if anything, and have Ember looking to connect. Because you can see Enigma up top.
Here they go. They get a good Maui cast. They got a good shot of finding this Remnant in. Not enough damage, or is it with the Ignite? Oh, it's got him! The Ignite just enough to find that kill.
I can't believe they hit that.
Yeah, I thought that it must have been a few HP in it, that Ignite just being enough to tick down the anti-mage. Not every day you sort of see anti-mage die to a magical dot like that.
Yeah.
But he did.
I'm surprised at the skill build. He put 3 points in mana break on Ace. I would have really expected there to be at least another just comfort point in spell shield, but alas.
Yeah, but would have potentially saved him in that situation.
It would have saved him. I mean, the
the
entire damage output of EVOS right now is magical.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, it really is at this point of the game.
Top 3-3 in some trouble, but just pushing his limits. Pressures the tower, does some damage, and he's going to escape unscathed as 4 heroes pursue. This is the thing, though. This is nice with this Ogre hero. He just gets to play this bottom lane, and you don't really ever want to gank him because it's a real pain. And he went Midas.
Oh, I was going to say his attack speed did look pretty crazy there as he punched him for the creeps. His top lane, Tombstone's going to be dropped down, jump forward from a Logic. They'll find 33. EVOS, 40 minutes in. They're doing I thought it would be a lot tougher for them this game against the anti-mage, but so far it's looking like a big step up from game one.
I mean, they have answers to the
They've
end,
got a Slark at the top of net worth.
They don't have a worthless Beastmaster this game. I don't care if Ogre's done nothing but chill in this bottom lane. He has Midas, he just got his 90 GPM talent, and he's going Radiance.
I want to do the maths here. How much damage is a tick of Ignite doing? 30, 14, 14. Oh, that must have been literally just enough. Yeah. He was on 14 HP, and I think it was taking away 14 or 15 each time. He was literally 1 HP, just enough to kill him.
Calculated.
Oh, that was close.
I'm actually leaning EVOS at this point if they can keep up the aggression.
There's 3 cores at the top of the net worth. One of them is a Slark, and it's 2018. If you've got a Slark at the top net worth, you're in a great place. He's nearly got the money for a Shadow Blade. Yeah. This is just, it really is such a step up from what we saw in game one already from EVOS.
I was leaning NiP because, you know, looking at their draft, they don't have a real ability to make plays, but I thought they were so strong they could just sit in lanes, but they've died so much, and Ogre's so farmed. Wow. All 3 cores are...
I mean, you see there, a bit of a poke and a prod from NiP in an attempt to start something, but they end up having to back off. They don't want to try and fight into this. Of course, as this all goes on, 33 continues to get step-based down bottom. He's going straight for the BKB after the helm, as we talked about. Once he has that, they have to be super careful in the fights. EVOS, as you know, you've got 3 melee cores going in, 4 if you count the Ember, but a lot of the time he's going to be sitting on the sidelines, but definitely potential for 33 to find big black holes with their helm and the BKB.
Yeah, and the de-warding as well in the Dire Jungle has been so important for them. That's what's kicked Enigma down to this bottom lane.
There we go. That's what they think of the Midas Ogre. They jump through, get the kill. Arrow won't connect onto Flychu, but they know he's there. Goes for the TP out, and he'll make it. Nothing to cancel it in time. Flychu's out. Bottom lane 33's got his eyes on this. He's looking for the walk-in. Thinks about the black hole, won't quite drop it. As the Logic's able to pounce away. In fact, the Logic now are looking to go back in. The black hole is still there, though.
TP on cooldown for a few more seconds.
See what 33's reaction is going to be to this. He drops the Midnight Pulse. Drops the black hole. The Soul Rip's there. Logic's still alive for now. And there's the backup from Facehugger and Whitemon as they keep their Slark safe and alive. And they get the kill onto 33. And that's the black hole now gone.
It is, but at the same time, 33 is fine with that. That forces the rotation. Look top. They're going to keep pushing this tier 2, but Ogre shows up, level 3 Bloodlust, and this is what's so annoying about this Dota mechanic, where you just do a little bit of damage to creep waves from within 800 units, and all of a sudden, the creeps chase you.
Look at this, so the Midas into the Radiance.
Oh, yeah. It's the secret to offlaning. I mean, this got Sumail, like, you know, this was his offlane strategy for 6 months, right?
Yeah. Just a multitude of heroes. You just, if you can get away with this,
I mean, you can get away with it. You can get away with it every game. Let's be realistic. If you can buy 4 Battle Furies, Owen, you can buy Midas Radiance.
That's true. Midas Radiance. I like it. Ace, how are we doing on the battlefield? It's certainly not going to be the same sort of timing that we saw in Game 1. Game 1, he got it at 15 minutes and 55 seconds. This time around, it's already a couple of minutes at least going to be later.
And not just that, it's not a game where it's not a free game. Like,
they can hunt him, they can find him. You
can't see it, but he's taking that one less wave, that one less creep camp, because he's susceptible to dying now to any 2 stuns.
They don't get the chains connection. Unfortunate there with the RNG in control. Now the arrow comes in, Facehugger's in trouble. The burst, they've got a Soul Rip, but the Helm of the Dominator creep with the Centaurs there to stun. Flychu tries for the TP out, won't make it. Mana Voice there from Ace to cancel it. As Flychu, he'll fall as well. NiP able to punish EVOS for coming around and looking for a kill onto 33.
I don't know if you make that play without Slark. You want to make these... It's tough to play this style, but you want Slark being the one that's actually fighting these kills.
He sees Mirana leaving. He knows 33 doesn't have a black hole. Doesn't have the damage, though. TP's now come through. Logic's got to get himself out. Should be able to do so. In terms of catch from a long range, it's pretty much the Winter's Curse that's it. So Logic is out. Back to safety. Look at this again.
Yeah, this is fine. There's just...
If they got the change there, they would have got the kill. They had the Laguna, they had the burst.
But that's just not a play you want to make. If Slark's connecting now instead of 10 seconds from now, he's preventing that Mirana leap in. He's forcing this fight on favorable terms, but at the same time, Ogre's top with Midas going Radiance.
Is
this really where you want to play? He's getting there.
He's 3,300 towards the Relic. Avil.
Is this really the play, though? This is something you see in, like, North American Dota, you know, queuing at 7 a.m. US West. I'm not sure...
I thought you liked the Midas Radiance. So,
I like it.
I mean,
look,
you like it, but you don't think it's...
I like everything that works.
Sure. Yeah.
If it works, I loved it the whole time. If the game goes like I think it's going to go, I don't know.
Because, I mean, with the Midas Radiance, where do you go from there on an Ogre Magi?
I have no idea. What do you expect me to know? I'm not that much of an expert, Owen.
I wonder what he's going to do.
What's your guess? You probably have more expertise in this area than I do, realistically.
I mean, surely you just want to get a BKB after it. I don't know, all the Aghanims if you want to be truly baller, isn't it? I mean, you got to get an Aghs at some point, surely. I don't know what he's going to go for, though. Maybe Blink?
Midas Radiance Blink.
I'd do it. That would be my build. I'd be like, I've got a Radiance. Now I need to farm faster so you get the Blink, move around the camps. Why not? I'm very interested to see what our boy Avil will bring.
I'm disappointed, though.
Yeah.
Midas off cooldown, not being used.
Here we go.
There we go.
NiP with the smoke. They at the least might find the courier on the way back. Oh no, the fan of Avil. He gets his relic though. He's all good. He doesn't mind dying. He's picked up the relic. He spent his gold. He's happy to die.
No dust.
Well, they've got the sentry down here around though, so they have got the controller. Saxon, can he get himself out of range of the sentry? There's another one down. But he's still walking and keeping the distance, and they don't have any further detection indeed, so Saxa will be fine. He doesn't have a TP, actually, but he has spent his money. Saxa's picked up the Blink Dagger. That's all done. So he might have a bit of trouble getting back home.
Might kill the courier here.
Oh, he actually might. He's going to.
Oh, no.
And that was what I believe that was the completing components of the Echo Saber for the Slark.
No, he's going to run into base.
He did.
Oh, what a player. This is the new Dota right here.
Oh, he might die to the Ember, though. And he does.
I mean, he was going to die.
Yeah, but he wanted to at least die to the tower. You know, that's not just for Facehugger. That's just 499 gold.
It's funny, Bushido now.
That gave him the money for his Blink.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So what we got with the Slark, what's he got? So Echo Saber, he had it complete, but it was on the courier, so he's going to have to wait a bit of time for that. Take the attack. Did you like that on Slarks? You know, taking the attack speed over the lifesteal. I always feel tempted for the lifesteal. 20% lifesteal's a lot.
Dude, attack speed is what a Slark's bread and butter. That means more agi stacks, more damage.
Yeah.
Lifesteal in a game where you can't actually man up. You're playing against Enigma AM.
Sure.
You need to deal damage stat.
Oh, well, I like, you know, 33, he could have maybe just gone for the straight up black hole because he had it, but he was worried that there'd be more behind him because he didn't expect Illogic to sort of go for those aggressive plays on his own. Now towards the mid lane. In fact, Facehugger, he's found PBD elsewhere on the map. They got the Fire Blast down, multicast there onto the Tiny. Ace turns towards Illogic. He's got the Shadow Dodge. He's not getting away. The black hole for what? Didn't need it, but he popped the BKB, so he said, well, I might as well use it.
Hey, you got to.
I mean, I'm going to look like a fool if I BKB and don't black hole. Doesn't matter if he's dead. I'm going to do it anyway.
They removed offensive tipping. Oh, and you got to adapt.
The BM black hole, I like it. From 33. They get that slot. Slark's gone. But they're losing a couple of heroes. Written 12-10. It's very close. It's very close indeed. But as we can see, Ace has taken the top spot in net worth and will continue to rise higher and higher with this anti-mage and Manta style. Very close to being complete. 1k away.
Oh, winner's curse. Oh, no. On cooldown. That's so lucky.
Oh, if that was there, yeah. It looks like PPD did use that in an attempt to save himself earlier when he was going to Flame Shoe. Gets healed up by the Soul Rip. Won't save him again. The Chains combo missing. Oh, no, he saved it. Sorry, it just went for the slide. Goes for the easy setup, goes for the Remnant to close the gap.
Oh.
Keeps it changed for that one.
Radiance online. Here it comes. Oh, nope. Courier's dead. Just kidding.
But when that Courier's alive, they're going to get a nice power spike. Echo Saber's out then. Radiance is going to be out.
Game changer.
There's Ace. Very close to the Manta style. He might go Radiant. I think he's gonna go Radiant's Aghanim's, right? He's gonna because he wants to get the Axe as a core ogre, surely.
I have no idea. Absolutely none. I think you just all in. Once you get the Radiance, he's gonna TP back for it. I'm really curious to see what he queues up. Do you go Aether Lens? Do you just?
No, you're definitely not Aether Lens. Not Aether Lens. You either go Ags.
Just BKB, man.
Yeah, I told Blink. I told you.
There you go.
I told you, bro. I'll get the Blink after the Radiance so you can jump around and farm even quicker. Is that me? Avil, the legend. He knows the build.
Oh, top lane. AM.
Oh, they're not going to kill him. He's got too much magic resistance. He's out of there with a quick blink. And with the Manta style, very hard to catch. Of course, he's going for the same build as the last game, going for the Agnes. But yeah, this Ogre. Oh, they got the arrow. Oh, no. Logic, he's gone. Saxor also hunting. Facehugger's coming. He's got Fletcher by his side.
Need to go for the blink. I like that. But see, that's where he's got to be the one trying to find these kills on Am. But it's getting difficult now. The Manta means Ember's no longer a real threat, long as Ace is very disciplined, ensures he keeps that to be used defensively.
This is all part. They're playing around the Ogre. They're making sure Avil gets the space.
That might be the first time that's ever been uttered on a professional Dota 2 cast, Owen. I don't think that's how it works.
What?
3,300.
I swear, it's the first match. I swear we've seen Ogre. Ogre really never got a Radiance.
Owen,
is it that crazy? I mean, I've done it multiple times. I mean, these pros need to catch up with what's hot, quite literally. This is the build. You know, Midas, Radiance, and then the Blink. I mean, this is the game winner. This is the game winner for EVOS. I
can just imagine.
You're a better anti-mage. Look at this anti-mage. He's like, oh, he's not got much HP. You got this big beefy Ogre jumping in. He's so badass that he's on fire. Oh no. Oh, he's going to be fine, though. They don't have the damage to kill off Illogic. In fact, Illogic in Shadow Dance will be okay. Doesn't have any detection to fight back on 33 up top. Saxa gets nuked down by the Laguna Blade. BKB's been popped by Fada, but he's on the retreat. Ace does manage to jump in, finish off the kill onto Illogic. Back towards mid. Facehugger. Setups there. Chains controlling the Mirana, who's already used the BKB, so he'll fall. They've got the burst. They'll take a 2-for-1 across the map. EVOS.
I just can't believe Ogre's second net worth. I just, you know...
That's the Radiance minus Ogre for you. He's going to farm.
I don't know, man. I think if I'm his teammates, I'm going to be real upset after this game. Ember has played a hell of a game. Once again,
he's going to win you the game.
How? What does Radiance even do? Enigma has a BKB. AM is Animage. Like, what? It's not a PL. If there was a PL, then sure, I'm with you.
Dude, the miss chance. AM's not going to buy an MKB. You can't underrate that miss chance. What's he got? He's probably got some sick talents that benefit having a Radiance. No, he doesn't. Okay.
90 damage.
90 damage. He's going to... Wait, you take the 40... What does he get after the Blink? Come on, what would I get? Got to get in the mind of myself. Midas, Radiance, Blink. I mean, I would get Octarine. But then I feel like you got to get Ags first. You would definitely get Ags. You get Ags, Octarine. Oh, no, it's the wrong build. He's going Greaves.
Guys, I'm sorry.
That's definitely the wrong build.
No, I like this because you get to the point where you're so farmed, you've taken so much of the map, your team is pissed at you, and you're like, all right, guys.
Now I'll get the Greaves.
I'll buy you a Greaves.
I mean, that's true. It boosts the morale.
It's good here, too.
If my teammates see me go Midas, Radiance, Blink, and then, as you say, you're getting into Greaves, suddenly
You can't be mad about that.
the flame starts to sort of let off. They're like, it's all right, boys, he's buying Greaves.
It synergizes with the draft. They've got a lot of sustain.
Yeah.
If you can keep your Ember Slark alive, they should be able to carry a match for you.
Really fine ace. And
He turned the Radiance off. He's being sneaky.
And of course,
Now he's out of mana.
with the Greaves, it's really good with the Radiance. Because you burn them and you heal your team. You know, it's next level stuff from Aviel. Still a bit of time to get that Greaves online, but he'll make it. He's level 17 as well, the Ogre. And NiP looking towards Roshan. Arrow comes in, ready with the setup. EVOS going to be able to do anything about this. There is no black hole, but EVOS are all elsewhere on the map.
This is the strength of Animage, where he burns the mana off the Ogre, and all of a sudden you have this window where you know that Ogre can't get involved, and if you force the Roche right now, it's free.
Or change his build. Let's go for the BKB instead. So screw the team. They're already annoyed at me. Nothing's going to solve this situation. I'm building for myself. Get that BKB online so he can get himself into the fight and not have to worry about his mana being taken away.
Yep. This is the NiP timing. They have Aegis, BKB Blink Enigma,
yep.
BKB on Mirana, the Wyvern with the Blink, AM about to finish Ags with the Aegis. Like, you can't actually deal with these cores anymore, so if you don't burst them 100-0, and that's so hard when you don't have any pure lockdown. Their initiation is a blinking Ogre.
Oh! Multicast, gets the triple. There's going to be Ace getting the heals from the Wyvern as Cold Embrace comes down. Illogic being focused, he's out of mana. There's no escape for the Slug. The Slug's gone. The chains do connect onto the Animage. Aviel coming back in with a Fire Blast onto PPD. The Curse holds him in place. BKB's come out from both Fada and 33. They are going to now retreat under cover of the Moonlight Shadow. The chains, they've got the connection. 33 looks to turn, but the Laguna Blaze there. Bursts him down. A Fire Blast from Aviel catches out PPD as well as EVOS strike back hard. They may have lost their Slug, but they get 2 kills and they force back the aggression of NiP. Despite them being the ones that got the Roshan and got the Aegis. NiP had to back up.
Good trade, though. I mean, not ideal, but they save the Enigma Black Hole cooldown so that they won't... you don't want to use that when you have Aegis, because it forces you to play defensively when you want to be trying to get on map as much as you possibly can. They're chasing the Ogre now. I don't believe they'll find him. He turns the Radiance off. Whoa.
Goodbye. Aviel is out.
And he gets, look at the Midas cooldown used, buffs his Lina.
I mean, I don't know if he wants to commit for the BKB. I'm
I
kind
love
of
this.
hoping he changes
Ooh.
the build.
Here's the thing, the game changer, Lina went for the Light Strike Array damage and the cast range, and he's going Ags now.
Oh, you have to
if you
against the
can
AM.
get the stun off on the Animage or the
so
Enigma,
much damage.
1500 HP on Enigma, 1490 on the AM, and that's going to be so much pure damage when he's max level. 850 from miles away. Oh, top. Oh, Slark.
Oh, Logic gets the Shadow Dance off. Can he get the distance, though, to keep himself safe? We'll see if Ace wants to jump in. Won't do so. So Logic will be allowed to back off Facehugger. Coming in from the side, but a quick blink out there from Ace.
This Ags on Animage build, though, it's just so annoying.
It's really...
I'm surprised we haven't seen it
I was
more.
gonna say, I think it's really
12-second cooldown.
Yeah. It's really, really strong.
It's a super Linken's. It doesn't just block it, it reflects it back.
Yeah. Oh, it's very, very good.
I can see your mind working. I know what you're queuing up as next game, Owen.
I've picked anti-mage recently. It's a good fun hero to do. Not a fun hero again for your teammates. Never too
no.
No, not the Ogre!
Anyone but him.
Aviel gone for 69 seconds, and the worst part as well, that Midas is going to be a cooldown for 50 seconds of that death. So efficiency will be lost by Aviel. As you can see, Ace's net worth continuing to increase jumps forward for Facehugger.
Love the discipline too. Saves the Manta. You know, he's not feeling pressure. He'd see the Lina if he was close by.
Does still go for the Lincolns this game on the Ember, on mid lane.
Unfortunate creep wave, but that would have been a sure arrow landed to kill.
He's going to be, unless they want a black hole for this. 33, nah, doesn't quite see him, doesn't want to risk it.
No need. They blow the cooldown. Slark can't really commit to a fight anymore. He has no BKB, 20 gold.
They haven't got Aviel. Get Aviel back in the game. Tier 2 will have to be let gone. And it's Ace. Basically back to Tiger, and there is that Aghanims complete. So as you say, they do have the damage if they can all focus down Ace or 33 to get them straight up bursted out of the fight. Still got the Aegis to worry about for just about a minute more that Ace has got that.
such a good play, though. They get the tier 2 top and mid. Now they're going to be backdooring the bottom. They don't have enough time on Aegis to really threaten the high ground, and it's just a risky engagement because of all the cheap spells that EVOS can throw out. Like, you're going to go high ground, but there's a slight chains, there's an Ogre stun, there's a Lina stun from miles away, and all of a sudden, you're just in trouble.
58% cooldown efficiency has paid off. He's picked up 2.4k compared to what the 2050 or whatever it costs. So he's in the positive. As NiP smoked up, heading towards EVOS's jungle.
It is the same as the previous game, where if they can get to the super late game, EVOS should be able to take this. But the X factor is always the 3-3 Enigma.
No, there's the jump onto the Undying. That's an Undying gone for a potential team fight, so EVOS have to be careful and not look to try and find anything for 40 seconds, as NiP know that. They're going to start pushing straight down the mid lane with that Undying gone. As Ace, good duration still of the double damage. As he pushes on, he's got that shield coming out from Fada as well. So BKB has been finished on the Ogre. Ace take away that tier 3 tower and not get punished for it.
Clinical game. Really well done by NiP. They use that Aegis to pretty much peak efficiency. They get 4 towers, one of them being a tier 3, now a 5th, and then they can go for shrines whenever they desire.
More and more towers, more and more objectives, more and more money for Ace and the gang.
It's just so difficult. You need to kill the Enigma, but you also need to find the Wyvern who he's going to peel. The AM is a threat to kill anyone on your team, and the Mirana of Fata.
He's doing a lot of damage.
He's Mjolnir BKB. I mean, that is not a joke.
They're going to try and fight that. EVOS wanting to look to make the jump happen. They're using a logic to show in that middle lane, hoping that NiP go for some sort of half-hearted attempt onto him, but it's not going to be the case. NiP keeping themselves safe. Ace continues to farm and does have the money for the full Abyssal Blade, if he wants to go in on it. They're around the secret shop here. They may find extra. The Moonlight Shadow's going to be used. They've got the jump, but Ace is already out. Links away. Chains is only going to be onto an illusion. So now EVOS have to be very careful because NiP, they want to fight. 33 is heading forward. They get the stun onto Avil. Avil gets the chance for the BKB. 33 goes for his own BKB, but there's the Laguna Blade. Comes through. Cold Embrace keeps 33 safe. Ace bursts down 2 with the Mana Void. Finds Avil as well. The Winter's Curse holds down another, allowing Ace to jump in, drain the mana with a Mana Drain, get Illogic. Facehugger jumped in. He was able to find the kill onto 33, but his own life surely is going to be cost as NiP get the team wipe. Triple kill for Ace, as EVOS just couldn't get out quick enough as a failed attempt to move in for the kill. Ends up in them losing the entire lineup. Only Ember Spirit with a buyback available. The rest are going to have to sit at the sidelines whilst NiP moves straight to the mid lane and look to take these racks away.
And that is the team fight of NiP right there in a nutshell. If you don't find a pick-off immediately, you will be wiped. And even though the Enigma ult was relatively worthless, Ace has no answer. And the Mana Void actually hit the Slark for 1,500 damage as he tried to walk past his friendly Lina. And that's 2 racks.
Certainly looks to be it, unless they can do anything with just the 3 of them up in a second. The Ace just pushing too fast to deal with. Yeah, the melee rack's gone on the top lane. EVOS unable to hold on to the base there. It's a 13k lead now for NiP as they are well and truly back. Similar position as in game 1 with this unbeatable anti-mage. As you can see down the stats, just the way of the anti-mage. They're 10k gold farmed up from the lane creeps. Nothing on EVOS's lineup is going to come close to comparing with that. Throw smoke up. They need a big play, and they're going to try their best to find it, but Ace has already jumped in. He's got the control onto Avil. The Ogre's burst down. Avil does have the buyback. He's going to have to use it. Tombstone's dropped down, but Fada's in with the BKB on top of the Undying. They'll pick up a mega kill streak from him. They do lose the Tiny on the side. BKB's out. Winter's Curse is going to be down, as now NiP are starting to retreat. Avil, can he find the stun or the opening onto Ace? He can't. Ace is able to blink out from the tree line. Blightchew tries to find a Light Strike array, but Ace just a little too speedy. They brought back on both Avil and Whitemon for that fight, only getting the Tiny. The rest of NiP going out unscathed. And ace, level 25 now. And getting closer and closer to having the money for his butterfly on top of this Abyssal Blade. At that point, he really is going to be quite invincible against EVOS's lineup. And the heroes they have at this stage of the game, Ether Lens now picked up from PPD, so the Winter's Curse is going to be even easier for him to find from a mile off.
But Avil, minus Radiant's GPM talent, eventually he'll get that cheap stick, only 5,000 gold away.
He's got an extra 40 strength now. He is a tanky boy. Flychu jumps on, Avil comes in, but there's the black hole from 33. Holds the two of them down. Mana Void comes down onto Avil. BKB's been popped by a Logic, but they've got the physical to fight through it. As 3 dead on EVOS. They couldn't quite kill off PPD either as well, as he has the Cold Embrace to keep himself safe. Butterfly is done on the Anti-Mage. The Abyssal Blade dropped down onto an Undying. Whitemud trying to TP back to safety, but will not get himself away. They will buy back on Flychu. They do have a buyback available on Logic, but it would just be the 3 of them looking to hold against the 5-man push of NiP. As they come down the middle lane, look to threaten the game, as they'll go straight towards the tier 4s. They know that they've got the push. They know that this Anti-Mage has sort of hit critical mass. EVOS don't have any answers to him now at this stage, as 1 tier 4's taken. The second tier 4 being beat down by NiP, jump forward and out by Facehugger, trying to keep them off, and indeed GG well played will be called. EVOS tap out as NiP do secure themselves the 2-0 in this series against EVOS.
Not much to say about that one. I don't know if we've ever seen anything like that in the history of Dota.
No, I mean, so the first time we saw the Radiance Ogre in competitive. So we've certainly had it a few times in pubs at various levels of skill. Probably mostly the lower levels of skill, and it didn't work out. It was good. He had good stats, you know, good GPM, good numbers. He was farming pretty well, but especially when you're a core ogre against an anti-mage, you know, it's sort of in the name. This hero is never really going to be worried about a farmed ogre, especially a farmed ogre with a Radiance, as you say. You know, not really a game where Radiance is going to cause a lot of issues.
No, exactly. Yeah. And if there's anything I've learned from Nahaz specifically, stats do lie. Okay. And just because you have big numbers, it doesn't really mean that your game impact is anything close to what you'd think by looking back at the records. And
yeah,
I think EVOS has actually shown a lot of potential.
Sure, no, absolutely.
They're outdrafted in both games.
Yeah.
That game, I think they can win, and then they effectively play 4v5 for 25 minutes, and I believe that their offlaner needs a stern talking to.
Okay. I mean, I praise Avil. I like his build, but yeah, in terms of being good, that's probably not the build that you wanted to do. He got closer. He did queue up Greaves for a section of that game. There was a point where he was maybe going to buy some Greaves, but he didn't. Just got a BKB for himself. But bless you, Avil. I appreciate and admire the way he approached the game, but wasn't good enough at the end of the day. NiP take the series 2-0, as we'll send it back to the panel.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much. Commentary there by ODPixel and Kyle for our final series, the series which was won by NiP. Ninjas in Pajamas take a 2-0 sweep, and it looked pretty straightforward in the second game. That'd be a lesson to any core ogres out there. It doesn't work.
Yeah, I've seen OD, you know, over there, just like he's enjoyed Eggs versus Slark, so don't go with anything he enjoys and is down for. That's what I would say. All right?
That gives me the shivers, dude.
Do you need to wash or something
Just
right
stay
now?
away.
Do you need
Eggs first, like, wow.
Do you need a cleanse? Is that what you need right now?
That's bad. That's real bad. I think I'm an advocate of Ogre Core. Not that item build.
Not that one.
Like that. I kind of like this team. Like, they're not winning, but they're getting close, and they're trying weird item builds. Like the Lina bot on Axe that game. Really smart choice. There was that one black hole where the Enigma pops BKB, gets the black hole off, and all of a sudden the Lina ulti comes through, and she starts right-clicking him, and then Winter Wyvern has to stop the black hole to save him with Cold Embrace. It was like actually super smart from a support position to buy this pure damage item. But in Ogre's Midas, okay, maybe it works, but what the man needs to buy is a freaking Shadow Blade and an Echo Saber, and he needs to get phase boots, and then you get 90 damage at 15, and then you just start like doom doom hitting people, and you do so much damage. But Radiance was not the move. Like, he could have gotten online so much faster if he got a way to gap close and then facilitate his broken 90 damage talent. If you do that, you hit stupid hard, and then he can go around like solo killing Winter Wyverns and stuff, or like ganking Whistler. I mean, you have a double Shadow Blade, which is a little iffy, but if you want to play pub mode, dude, go right click. You need gap close and right click, and it would have been completely fine. Maybe blink into Echo Saber or something. I don't know, something like that.
Well, Avil went 4, 7, and 7, so not great. On the other side of the statistics, however, Ace's anti-mage yet again having a fun time of it. Not quite as fun as in game 1, but 13-3-5 nevertheless, and Fatters Marana 9-2 and 14 is the other highlight in that one. PPD and Sax are in on 12 and 13 of the kills.
These lanes are making AM look great. Well, that's what I would say.
Looks super good right now.
He did really weak up until like 10 minutes in. Not really weak, but he had this like advantage, and he's like, oh, I'm invincible. And then he blinked in and died to Ember once, and then he started getting chain nuked. I think his skill build was a huge issue, went 3-1-1. If that guy gets like 2 or even like 3 early points of his mana shield, he doesn't die that game, ever.
Right.
And this game doesn't become this like 40-minute kind of gambly thing. Like I saw another anti-mage on a replay do something like that. He was like 1-2-3 was his skill build. He had his ulti, I think, but it was really smart because if your opponents only do magic damage, the amount of survivability you get is disgustingly insane. He's not going to die to ignite that one time. If he gets caught by Ember, Ember's all that damage is being reduced. I still think Facehugger, that's his name, right?
Yeah,
the Ember.
Ember.
That guy still played
well
amazing, amazing. It made it work, but I think there's some small refinements that could have been made that would have made it a little bit better for NiP. But either way, it still seemed like this eventual win thing because they're by far the better team.
Yep, I'm glad you raised Facehugger because he was one of the few players that I knew on this team from doing some work out in Indonesia, and it's great to see him playing really well. Not quite well enough to take our MVP, however, because that falls to the one and only Ace yet again in this particular matchup. Both AM matches, both MVPs. Not much more to say about it, really, is there, gents?
I would say that he has impeccable taste. He's matched his watch with the NiP colors. You see it all blends right in there. And his hair. It's all one smooth flow of color. I mean, that's impressive. The striking blue eyes.
Like, I don't know how you get away with this, Trent, right?
But, I mean, I'm telling you the truth here.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, like, earlier on, I get a tweet that says, you know, Purge, deep analysis, Trent, deep analysis, Red Eye, there's 3 green heroes.
Like,
I get criticised. I'm the host. I'm allowed to mess around like
that was a playful joke.
I did.
I think they were
exactly
being
what it
kind
was.
to you.
Really? Maybe they were. Maybe I was just.
Yeah, I think you were being a bit of an ass. You really shot that guy down. He was just trying to be all cute.
About that. Just trying to be fun. And, kind of had too many jabs there and got caught out. Nevertheless, good end of the day for NiP.
It was good.
It puts them in a good position.
Expected, but good.
Yeah, they're good now.
Yeah, they're good now. I mean, it was. Disappointing against Aster, yeah, but they had to pick up the 2-0 here, didn't they?
Yes, definitely.
And it seems like Aster is good anyway, so...
Yeah, they're doing very well, by the way, if you want to tune into that one. It's still going on right now on Stream B. That one continues. That's Aster versus NiP. Can't tell you that Aster doing very well. No spoiler alerts.
You mean Aster Cole?
No,
said NiP.
Sorry,
sorry,
Aster are playing VP right now.
Okay.
Yes. The Complexity 4 game has ended. Complexity won the first game in that one. It looks like Forward have won the second game, but I can't actually find that one.
That means Forward got on the board. They've gotten their first win today. Not what we expected.
Yeah, that's an odd situation, isn't it, to find themselves in. However, as I said, one game's still going on B, but stay with us because we're going to hear now from the captain of Ninjas in Pajamas, who was with Sir Action Slacks. It's PPD.
Thanks a lot, Red Eye, here with PPD. Now, sporting some new colors. How do you like the new team, Peter?
I think black and gold looks good on just about everybody, so it's doing me some favors, I think.
Absolutely. Wow, we can see the confidence coming out from the uniform today. You guys dominating, and a lot of 2-0s today, boss. Any idea why that is?
I don't know. I think that's probably just more so a coincidence. Yeah. Maybe some momentum from game 1 leading into game 2. We lost 0-2 to Aster earlier. I think they beat VP at least in the first game. They're looking super good.
Yeah.
Looking forward to the rest of our games tomorrow.
Yeah, well, you stole my second question. This kind of Aster team, I don't know too much about it. Do you know anything about the guys on that team, or?
I mean, it's all like typical, like it's just a different China stack, different players. I think they have D-Stones is kind of the standout guy. He's their new mid player. He played Lina and Invoker against us, and he's super, super good, it seems.
Yeah, absolutely. So, seeing a lot of competition here coming out strong. Who are you hoping to face off against later in this?
Well, we know who we're facing off tomorrow in the group stage, and then we go into the playoffs.
But, you know, that's who you're assigned to. Who are you gunning for this tournament?
It's always Virtus Pro. It would be fun to eliminate them from the tournament that they always win. So I'll say them.
All right, well, fantastic. A lot of fun here, even though it's a late night, Red Eye, but I think Peter's ready to play some more games coming up tomorrow. Thanks a lot. We'll send it back to you.
Thank you very much, Jake. Yeah, it looks like he's ready to carry on playing tonight, frankly. He looks fresh as a daisy. Maybe black and gold does suit him. Let's take you through the standings then from day number 1. We'll start with Group A earlier on today. VG Gaming going through their group with 4-0, having won both of their series and doing very well indeed. Secret also picked up 3 points today, so a good day from them with 1 draw and 1 win. Evil Geniuses went 1-1. And 1-1 to pick up 2 points. They normally start quite slowly, don't they, at these tournaments? So that's actually probably quite a good start for them. Alliance picked up 1 point, as did Mineski, and as well as Payne. So that keeps it quite tight down there. We still don't quite know where things are going to shake out. Plenty to play for on day number 2, which we'll show you the schedule a little bit later on before we close the show. In Group B, Virtus Pro, well, they have 2 points. So do Asta, so do Complexity, so do NiP. And EVOS and Forward have 1 point each right now. That's not the group that we thought we would have, gents.
That's a little different. We know Astor won their first game.
They won the first game. They're still playing
match,
the second game against Virtus Pro, and they are ahead as well. So it does look as if they might end the day perfectly as well. That would be 4-0 from them.
China
as well
winning.
as Vici. Yeah,
Well,
China number 1.
I mean, you know what happened at TI. They got to get their honor back. This happens like literally every year. They'll like have a
That's true.
slightly underperform.
Even
like
Newbie won ESL, so I mean.
Yeah, a bad year, and then they were like, you know what, guys, we got to bring it back for China. They go really hard first couple months, and then by the time the next TI
Chinese
rolls over,
New Year rolls
Yeah, but
around.
hold on.
like
Guys, hold on. We've broke this meme.
What?
It's broken.
we're not
Oh, so
talking
now
about
it's
They were
went
supposed to
back
win
around.
TI this year.
No, that
And then they go on an RPG 3-month holiday.
I don't know if you noticed, Paul. We weren't talking about that because we also knew it was broken.
No, but
We're
that's
talking
how
about
they...
the pattern after TI. Like, okay,
Yeah, but now that's,
Yeah,
broken.
every
That's what
year.
Paul's saying.
Yeah, that's
now
what I'm
it's
saying.
broken too.
I'm saying that
Yeah.
even if a Chinese team wins TI, there's always like a big pack of Chinese teams that underperform. There's always like 3 or 4 that get like bottom ranking. It's pretty
or
consistent.
go off and play RPGs after they've won.
Not necessarily.
Never gonna live that one
Never
down.
No, they're never going to live that one down. Do you know what we should do right now? We should check in with our play faster moment of the day, because Sweden have taken something today. That's right, they've won something at last in Dota 2. It's been a while, but Mickey is our play faster moment of the day. So let's take a look at it. There we go then. Play faster moment by Vodafone is Mickey from Alliance today with a sick dodge.
There's nothing
Play
better than
faster.
a play faster moment slowed down to really analyze quite how fast his moment was. It was a great play. I mean,
It
you'll
was a great
start
play.
an RP. I don't know if he had vision or not, but that's
He
still
did, yeah.
difficult to do. But
Wow,
Good
very
play.
good.
Supports, of course, saving the day.
Of course.
Again, the wards
Of
there.
course,
Yeah,
supports,
is that you?
dude.
Yeah, they got him.
Absolutely, we like that. It's very good. Always nice to have a support player of the day. One last thing then. We need to tell you what's happening tomorrow. The schedule for day number 2, because we have a whole load more matches coming up for you tomorrow. Day 2 Stream A starts off with Secret versus VG Gaming. We've also got Payne and Mineski in there. Forward versus NiP. That should be a very competitive game if we've learned anything today. And also Asta versus Complexity. Complexity were written off before we came into this. They've done pretty well on day number 1. We'll see how they go against Asta in their group tomorrow. Those are the opening day matches from day 2 Stream A. Do we have any more? We do. Payne versus Alliance, Secret versus Alliance. Now there's a clash for the ages. Asta will also take on EVOS, who will also finish our day in terms of the day 2 Stream B. That's Forward Gaming, and we also have Stream C. If that wasn't enough, see, we have 3 streams going on all day long. EG are over on that one twice. They're against Mineski and VG. And if you want to see Virtus Pro playing tomorrow, stick with Stream C as well.
Wow.
They're playing Complexity and NiP.
I'm going to Stream C. That looks hype.
I think we should just cover Stream C
double
here.
header. Yeah, we'll call those guys up. Be like, yo, sorry, that looks like
Guys,
a sweet list of games.
Production, we'd like Stream C. Yeah, no, that looks some terrific games all the way through, gents. It's been a fun day. What's been a highlight for you?
Ooh, probably forward. Just I mean, I know they have a stand-in, so I guess it's hard to like judge as well. But I thought they were gonna look a little better versus Virtus Pro, and VP just back to their old selves.
Yeah. But then potentially going down as well. Kevin?
True.
I don't think it would have ever predicted me saying this, but I was down for some EVOS esports weird builds. I like seeing weird item builds and stuff, and they were like good enough where it was kind of fun to watch. It was like, hey, maybe this is gonna work out. It's no like Ags first Slark or anything, but has some
we
potential.
can't all be
That's
Owen.
good. We can't. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much, gents. It has been a great day, and we're going to see some more moments as we close the show today, thanks to DHL, of course. Thank you to all of our sponsors, of course, for being here and supporting us at ESL One. That is it for day number 1. Don't forget that we will be back bright and shiny and early once more from Hamburg for live coverage of ESL One Hamburg 2018. We'll see you tomorrow.
Come and fly away with me. Come and fly away with me.